Hey everyone, good evening and welcome to Proof of the Paranormal, the show that looks into the mysterious, the unexplained, and the otherworldly. I'm Sean Wagner, your guide through the latest and strangest in all things paranormal. From ghost encounters to UFO sightings, ancient mysteries to modern day miracles, we'll explore stories that challenge our understanding of the natural world and captivate our imagination. We'll have some recent paranormal and UFO pictures and videos from around the internet, including a legitimate one. Well, actually, nope, forget that. Check out the upper left of the screen in the app and website I created. Has all kinds of handy links for all aspects of the paranormal, including UFO, alien, Bigfoot, and the paranormal in general, as far as haunted go. All links to the videos will be in the description below. All that and more on Proof of the Paranormal. And don't forget to help us out, please, by liking, giving us thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you. All right. How you doing, Jim?
Okay, I'm doing okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Jim.
All right. And thank you for tuning in.
Okay.
Thank you, Jim. I'm glad you are able to be here with us. Also, we have episodes of Jack Carey's show still coming out. We had one released on Tuesday. Had to do with, if I forget, I'll forget on the spot. I can't remember, but it's a good show, and I'm sorry I'm drawing a blank. On the air, I'm not good sometimes, but it's a good show. His shows are good. Uh, all right. Let me see if anything's going over in chat.
If anybody's
Uh,
watching, feel free to ask questions too, for sure.
yes, and please put anything you have in capital letters. Thank you, whoever is tuning in. All right, it is that time. For those of you who've been around for a while, it's time for the toast. Yeah, Kelly is unable to be with us tonight. To a cheers to a good show, and we're dangerously close to the weekend. And for me, I'm already at the weekend, so yeah. All
Okay,
right,
fine.
cheers.
Cheers.
All right, all right. Now for what you guys been waiting for. Let's get on to some videos.
Sure.
Yeah, we can put one or two up. All right. The first one is a man on ATV in a stream sees a Bigfoot cross the street.
Okay.
Now, I this video isn't terribly new, but I did see it as part of an intro to a show I used to occasionally watch related to Bigfoot. And so here we go.
What was that?
Hmm.
All right. Guy's going up a stream and so conveniently and nonchalantly and even when seen, well, do I really have to rush? Nah, not really. Just take my time crossing the stream. Even though I try to hide and I'm supposed to be intelligent, we'll just take slowly. What do you think,
Right.
Jim?
I don't know. I've seen that video so many times already on different shows. It's different for sure. Uh,
I would agree. The person in the costume is taking more of a risk of getting soaked by slipping and falling into the water.
right, right. I mean, I would love to see something like that
Yes, if it
out in
was
the
real,
woods.
my
I mean, how many
God.
times have us went out, did investigations, and not a thing?
Yeah, just like in the paranormal, the
Yeah,
reality is
yeah, yeah.
nothing's really going to happen for the most part. Once it's definitely not the exception if something does happen that
Right,
you can tell.
right.
I mean, you can catch all kinds of evidence after the fact, and that's usually what happens.
Yeah,
Um,
A lot of personal
Things don't
experiences.
absolutely. Things don't jump out and go boo like the movies,
No,
and,
not even.
and that would be
Although
a scene like the movies.
the one time though that we had the whole crew up campsite, what 47. You guys were up on the mountain. We stayed at the base camp, and we heard that tree come crashing down. That was wild. I mean, wow.
I wish I was there for that. I mean, at the site. I mean, I was there, but I was on the hill going working
Right,
my way up
right.
down the hill.
So, anyways, after that, we well, I got spooked, and I told Pam, "Hey, let's get in the car and wait till they get back." That's why I got on the radio with you guys. It was
We
different, and normally I'd go after it, but not that night for some reason.
well, on the bad side, no, I was looking to go camping this weekend. It's not gonna happen because of some of the weather we've had recently, unfortunately, but and I was gonna go to that exact same spot, ironically. That's exactly where I was gonna camp.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yep. That's a great spot, by the way.
It is. It is a very nice spot.
All right.
What do you think about the video?
Well, I don't think it's legit, to say
Okay.
the least.
Okay.
Um, the Bigfoot going slow. I think it would I would think no matter what, you're if any kind of animal, you're gonna run at the sight that you were sighted, and the person gets somewhat close, relatively speaking,
Right.
and it's still going slow well after being spotted, and then you have the camera conveniently at that particular time watching them,
Yeah.
and
And
that's
yeah,
why
I
the
mean,
person's crossing in the
all the
costume.
other videos you've ever seen with Bigfoots, they're usually running, moving at a good clip. This dude was
I would
walking
think
really
they'd
slow.
be afraid,
Yeah, for sure.
um, at least from what we heard. That's what
I
I would
mean, they
expect.
might not have been the people that put it up to it, but it could have been somebody that decided to play a prank.
Well, that's true. That is a good point. But I think they were in on it, no matter what. There's almost no way. There is a remote chance, yes, but yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
not on that. All right, let's go on to the next one. This one, a man goes camping in the woods and has a couple of paranormal encounters in an allegedly haunted area. Let's
Really.
see what we end up with.
That us?
Oh yeah, I'm scared already.
Right?
I'm scared already. Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
The figure was tall, semi-transparent, and seemed to glide rather than walk. It paused before fading into the darkness. There was no clear face, just a shifting mass shaped like a person, lingering.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
it's definitely a transparent figure. I can't see through it for crap.
You got to stop. Oh man, it.
What did you
Why
think
is it
about that
always
one?
a lady in white?
Woman's always in white. You never
Yeah,
have a woman in like red or purple or green,
or even
blue.
camo.
Yeah,
It's
she would
always a
blend
woman in
in,
white.
but
That's
they're always
creepy
in white.
video though. I mean,
It is creepy,
especially
yes.
the laugh. That's geez, but still, I don't know. Whatever that was shaking, a camera or whatever it was, I don't know. Could have been somebody in the woods.
Well, my thought is you had to have two people there at least.
For
The guy's
sure, yeah.
supposed to have gone alone. Now, mind you, he should be in the tent sleeping or supposedly sleeping, and that's his friend who went with him, probably a girlfriend or a wife, and that's who shows up at the end in the darkness under the night vision and gets caught in there.
Yeah,
And he probably
disappeared.
has, and they have some kind of wires or lines getting the motorbike set up.
Well, yeah, that's a tough
That's
one too.
that
That's hard
that's
to
my
prove.
philosophy on that.
Yeah, that one's going to be hard to prove, despite the video.
Oh yeah, I mean that there's no way it's legit.
Did they say what woods?
They get
Did,
too much. Too much happens as well. What woods? I believe it's in like Asia.
where?
Um, I I believe it's in Asia.
Oh, Asia.
I believe so.
Okay.
The name sounded Asian to me. Here's the thing: I didn't take down the originator of the video. My
Okay.
link is for who I got it from.
Oh, all right.
I and I don't recall what the name was, but it sounded like an Asian name to me. So that's why I'm
Well, there
guessing.
is a woods out there that a
Mhm,
lot of, if it's in Japan, forget the name of the woods, but it's a big suicide area where people go
mhm.
to commit suicide, and it's very haunted. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
this one's not
unless you
Japan.
know the name of where it was, or the name of it, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, this is not Japan though. I can tell you that
Okay,
based on the name.
okay,
All right. Well, anyway, that those were my thoughts too. That generally it's a girlfriend who makes an appearance. You can't see through that person, even though they say you can. And there's lines going to the bike. All right. If you like what we do in the show so far, please help us out. Consider help us out at least by liking or sharing and thumbs up and subscribing. It'll really help us out on YouTube and Facebook, and it's free. So what are you waiting for? Hey, thank you, by the way.
yeah, thanks.
All right.
What's next?
What is next? We're getting to the UFO now. What do you think?
All right, we'll see.
Absolutely. We're going to have a UFO suddenly appear and disappear over the skies of Brazil.
Of
Here we
course,
go.
South America.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way it's in America.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. The odd thing about that one is if you weren't looking at the picture, at the video part, just the audio only, does it remind you of camping sounds from the woods you hear at night? All the sounds you would hear at night from
Yeah, it
bugs?
does to me. Yeah, and they're
Even though
near
it
the
looks
ocean.
like Yeah, even though it looks like you're in a city atmosphere.
I don't think that was city. I think they were near the beach.
Oh, I think it was just near the beach?
That's what it
Okay.
looked like. You can play it again. That's what it looked like to me. That it was over the ocean. Now, as of late, there have been stuff going on the West Coast where they think there's a UFO base off one of the Catalina Islands up there. So who knows? I mean, they tend to be near water anymore.
Yeah. There's a
But I
couple of
mean,
videos.
that's. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. There's a couple of videos of them, uh, I don't know if you call it flying or whatever under the water at a high rate of speed, and I think kind of like almost flashing even. That was some of the videos from the past.
Right, right.
Some interesting videos. Um, my initial thought was a rocket of some kind, but I don't believe that. I think I also put a flare in my notes. A flare seems much more possible, or a set of flares.
And I have to. Well, first thing, it's stationary. It moves from right to left or left to right, according to
Hmm.
his video. So I don't know. I don't think it's
I don't think it's alien or
different.
extraterrestrial,
Yeah, it's
no matter
different.
what, though.
I can't
All
say
right, you can't say. Yeah,
no.
that one I'm not sure completely how it's done. Um,
Right.
but I'm glad
CGI,
it's
only thing.
well. That's all the other possibility.
Yeah.
That makes as much sense as anything else, and probably is how they did it actually.
We can say what Ozzy Osbourne would say on Jack's show. It's a
What
lens
will you say?
flare.
A lens flare.
Double vision or double focus, whatever he called it.
And it's possible. All right. Now we get back to a Bigfoot video. This one comes to us from Rocky Mountain Sasquatch.
Okay.
That's what that means. That means it's a really good video.
Okay, that's the one. All right. They
Bigfoot's
always
going to
have
climb
good
a.
videos.
Oh, yes. I have talked about them before on this channel, on this
Yes, you
show.
have.
This time, it's supposed to be one of their subscribers' videos. The Bigfoot's going to climb the tree. Uh, it is hard to see, but you can kind of see the figure. Then it will jump up into the tree. You can kind of see that as it goes.
Really?
You might have to, yeah.
That's a
There's something
first.
that looks to do it, but here we go.
Okay, I'm going to show you the zoomed in clip. And then after the zoomed in clip, I will stabilize the zoomed in clip. I just wanted to show you zoomed before I stabilized it because sometimes it's a little clearer. I mean, he's zooming way up there with his cell phone. There's the figure kind of walking around, and then boom, up into a tree. It's just crazy. That thing's huge. And here's the zoomed and stabilized. I don't know what it is. It's very Bigfooty. It's out of the ordinary, unusual. If that's a person, it's a dang wide person. That's like a football player sized person with all their pads and everything.
Yeah, that's funny.
Huh. And of course, like one of the show ideas named renaming the show, one part was blurry Bigfoot. And of course, the Bigfoot here is blurry.
Yeah, it
Bigfoot
is a little.
never rare is never clear.
Well, for people who don't know
It-
about the Rocky Mountain Bigfoot people, their videos are
this is
sometimes shaky.
yes. I'm trying to be good and not
Right. Yeah, I
careful how I
understand
put
you.
this kind of thing. And you're right. You told me before the show being careful, and I'm like, yeah, I should.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's
yeah.
from Rocky Mountain Sasquatch.
There it is.
It's the visuals are, I can say, highly suspicious. That's
Right.
fair to
There you
say.
go. That's fair.
That is a that is a good way to put it.
They always have videos. So,
Yes, and they put it out there how they're a story how the so a lot of them, some of them I saw are how they're good. and some some of it sounds convincing, in all honesty, for a while anyway. And then you realize they have way too many videos that are convincing for it all to be convincing.
Right.
Because if you got something, you're only going to have one. You're not going to have multiple videos in this category.
Yeah, exactly. And why aren't the TV shows picking up on it, or some of the like Expedition
Absolutely,
Bigfoot people? They 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 everybody knows more or less.
I would think so. Well, I put
Right.
down it's hard to tell what the figure is. It does seem to be a good sized figure, like the person says, but it could it be a person in a costume or done by computer? Those were
Right.
my some of my thoughts.
That's tough, but the way he climbed up the tree was pretty quick. Come on. I mean, he just one swipe and he was up in the tree. So
Yes, rather
that looked like
rather
he
good.
was he had help. I mean, I've never seen a Bigfoot in a tree. As long as all the videos that have been out there on Bigfoots, never ever in a tree.
That's a good point. I think I've ran across a couple. That's probably a
Really, I haven't.
I think I haven't overly taken notice to it, but it
Yeah, if you play it again, go to the end where he slides up the tree. I mean, it's really fast.
yeah,
I mean, like
um,
no effort.
yeah, just like a
It could have been
slideshow.
another CGI trick or something. Who knows?
Well, that's the main reason why I think it's computer oriented.
Right.
I could be wrong, but um,
Oh yeah, we can both be
that's
wrong.
my thought. All right, our next video has to do with motion caught on camera, and it says this is a ghost question mark.
Jeez.
So, well, obviously it's gonna be a ghost. So here we
Right.
go. Get ready, guys, for a ghost
Boy,
video.
boy. You talking that mist?
Yes, that
Somebody
mist,
smoking a cigarette or a joint or something.
or the grill could be going nearby.
Yeah,
We can
right.
play it again here. Any of that stuff could be it. Yeah, just use a night vision camera, and there's plenty of light all around, so it could be daylight using a night vision camera that gets you the effect of the gray color, and just catch a little bit of smoke or whatever going across the screen, and that's that ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's smoke. I don't think it's a ghost.
You don't think it's a ghost?
No way. I got better pictures than that.
Yes, you do.
I mean, Devil's
All
Den,
right.
a ghost in front. I caught one. I think I have it on Facebook too. That when they was standing in front of the car at Devil's Den, the slaughter pen.
Okay. That's a good spot, slaughter pen.
Yeah, because you could see it was. You could see through that mist, but it looked like somebody standing, and you could see the big boulder behind it. That picture's on the Facebook. I know it's there. And my granddaughter, when we went up to Maine, she caught that one at the Fort Knox. And
There was a good picture. You sent that to me as well.
yeah, it was surprising. The only thing is we didn't get 3 shots because she didn't know about taking 3 shots, and nobody was
Well,
smoking because you're not allowed to smoke there.
that's good.
So
Well,
it was weird.
the good thing is I've drilled into your quite well the 3 shots.
Well, that's standard procedure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, if you do take pictures, take 3 at a time. You need it for comparison purposes. Otherwise,
Exactly. Same
it's very
spot,
hard to
same
tell.
area. Take
Yep,
3 shots.
yep,
That's ghost hunting
and right at the
101.
same time too. At the same time as well. No, you also don't wanna wait long. Alright. Now here we go. For our next video, we have possibly a ghost or other entity in a movie theater.
Wow.
Yeah, this is gonna be really good then. Here we go. I'm getting scared this time. I'm really scared. Ooh.
This eerie TikTok
I know
video tells the story of a man working at a movie theater. One late night, while troubleshooting an issue in the theater, he felt an unsettling sensation, as if someone was following him. The building was empty, as it was well past closing time.
Movie theater, and we have to check the theaters at night. You know, once you're done closing as an usher, you just flash the camera. You gotta check the door, and then you have to check behind these curtains just to make sure no hobos are back here. You know, no one's back here. And then you just go and... What the f... I saw somebody up here, and it's the scariest shit I've ever seen, dude. I was just down here, and I was back down there in that corner right there, and I literally just can't. What the what?
While investigating, he glanced up and saw someone, or something, peering down at him from the technical room's window. Startled, he shone his flashlight in their direction, but whatever it was vanished before his eyes.
And then you just go and...
All right.
Oh my God, that's too obvious. And then the voiceover, that's hilarious. The introduction. It was a projection.
Absolutely. And he, of course, he has a flashlight in a theater that still has the lights on. The lights are on everywhere throughout.
Oh, he was looking for bums sleeping behind the screen. That was
Yes,
funny
that was
too.
funny.
I don't know. I get a kick out of some of those, Sean.
All right.
That's
That is
too much.
All right. And now that concludes our videos. We have still our special segment tonight. And it's titled, What Really Happened at Roswell? Alien markings apparently were found at the UFO crash site. So here we go on this one. This is, of course, more serious than the rest of them.
Really?
So here we go.
July 1947. Witnesses see a flash of light that streaks across the night sky, then crashes in the desert north of Roswell, New Mexico. Rancher Mac Brazel hears the impact and investigates the next morning.
The field of debris was like nothing ever seen before. And the rancher reported finding what looked like initially foil-like material. This sort of suggested the possibility that something very strange had come down at Roswell.
Brazel, of course, reports it to the local Roswell sheriff, a man named George Wilcox. And Wilcox sends some deputies out there, and the case just gets crazier from there. Roswell Army Airfield sends people out to investigate it.
On July 7th, the airfield dispatches Army Air Force Major Jesse Marcel to investigate the mysterious debris.
My grandfather, Major Jesse Marcel, back in July of 1947, was the head of intelligence for the 509th Bombing Group and was really the lead investigator into what has become known as the Roswell incident.
According to his grandson, Marcel was so astounded by what he saw that he took the debris home with him.
He went and woke up his son, my father, who was about 12 years old at the time, and his wife, Vio, and said, "You guys got to come take a look at this." He couldn't make heads or tails or any sense out of what he was looking at.
While examining the wreckage, Marcel's family discovered several mysterious markings.
My father picked up what was a beam, about 11, 12 inches long, and all of a sudden these symbols appeared. And he really came to the idea that whatever this was, it was not made by human hands.
The next morning, the front page headline of the Roswell Daily Record reads, "Roswell Army Airfield captures flying saucer." That day, Major Marcel is summoned to Fort Worth, Texas, headquarters of the 8th Air Force, and is ordered to bring with him the debris he recovered from the crash site. He and Brigadier General Roger Ramey are scheduled to present their findings to the media.
Jesse Marcel flies to Fort Worth to tell the whole world about the crash of a flying saucer at Roswell, except Roger Ramey says to Jesse Marcel, could you just go in the map room for a second? I want to arrange some stuff out here.
According to Marcel, Roger Ramey removed all the material recovered from the Roswell crash site and gave Marcel something else to present to the reporters.
They make Jesse Marcel, a radar-trained intelligence officer, stand in front of a weather balloon and admit that he was confused.
UFO researchers suggest that evidence proving Jesse Marcel's story is true and that the actual wreckage from Roswell was indeed replaced with a weather balloon can be found in a photograph of General Ramey inspecting the recovered debris.
General Ramey had a document in his hands, the so-called Ramey memo. Modern forensic document analysis and photographic enhancement has enabled some researchers to zoom in on this and to clarify at least some portions of the text. What it tells us is astounding. Some of the phrases in the memo are victims of the wreck and disc which we will ship. So clearly, if the official story is true, well, this makes no sense. Clearly something more than just a weather balloon was involved here, and the memo might just be the smoking gun.
Is it possible that the military's initial report about the crash of a flying saucer was true, and that they actively concealed this evidence from the public eye? For ancient astronaut theorists, the answer is a resounding yes.
The question is always, well, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Well, if the evidence has not yet been revealed, that does not mean the evidence is not there.
All right.
Wow, I've never seen that
Yeah,
video.
I stumbled upon it in all honesty, and I thought, well, that'd be cool to play. And it's an interesting take on what happened at Roswell. And I and I
Yeah, it
and I
really
think that
is.
it definitely has a bit of legitimacy to it because let's face it,
Yeah, I think too. I
Jesse
was
Marcells should
exactly
know what a
thinking
weather
that.
balloon is versus something that's odd. And I think it was his grandson that
Right,
said that it was like a family secret, more or less, that they weren't able to say or supposed to keep to themselves.
right. That
That happens
happens.
in the military probably more than we realize.
Oh yeah. It's interesting video. I never seen that, especially the markings on that
Yes.
bar. I never. That's the first time I ever seen that. I mean, supposedly this ship, you could be able to crumple it, and then it'll go back to its original
Which is really cool
shape.
when you think of
The thing laying
Mhm.
on the ground, that looked like a weather balloon.
Well, yeah. Um,
I mean, I don't think that was part of the ship. I think that was the weather balloon that they made that guy confess to, saying he was
absolutely.
mixed up.
They couldn't have given him what was really there. And like I said, there's no way he
No,
wouldn't
no.
know what a weather balloon is with what he did for a living.
Yes, exactly. So that's an
And
interesting video. I think there's a lot of
I think
credibility in
so
that.
too. Well, please feel free to comment what you thought on that as well, and what you thought of any of their videos. I'm a
Yeah,
little late in saying that for everybody. Sorry about that. And well, that's about all I have for tonight.
yeah.
Um,
We'd like to know
yeah,
your
please do.
thoughts.
Please put them in comments, and also post what you think of the show, and anything else, what you think of the name, thumbnail, whatever. And well, uh, thank you for watching this episode of Proof of the Paranormal. We look forward to having an episode very soon. I'm going to try to have one up again next week. Be sure to like or give us a thumbs up and subscribe to everything we do at CPI-ParaWorld. If you can share, that would be great as well. And don't forget, in the upper left, I have a QR code for an app and website I created. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. And that's about all I have for anyone. Do you have anything else to add by chance, Jim?
Well, a lot of those videos, first time seeing, of course, but no, I think if anybody has any questions, please leave something for real.
Post in comments and we'll address it. Probably both in the comments and on a future episode. And thank you. I want to thank
Yes.
everybody for watching. We appreciate it. And I think that's about it. So long and good night.
Okay. Yep. Thank you, people.